Welcome to today's video on class 35. We'll do two sections. The first section, 4-2, is using the laws of exponents. Basically, what you need to remember is if you're multiplying two things with the same base, for example, x squared times x to the third, that you add the exponent. So it's x equals x to the 2 plus 3, which is equal to x to the fifth. When you're raising an expression, two things to the power, like 2x to the third, it's the same as 2 to the third times x to the third. So you have to distribute the 3 to both powers. So it becomes 8x to the third. For this one here, when you raise an base with the exponents to a power, you multiply. So x squared to the third power becomes x to the 2 times 3, which is equal to x to the sixth. So those are the three properties. If you're multiplying two things with the same base with exponents, you add the exponents. And when you raise them to a power, then you multiply. So here, some examples. You have r squared times s times negative 3rs to the third times 2rs. So you're not raising any of these to a power, so there's no multiplication. So what I would do is gather like terms. So negative 3 times 2, and then you have r squared times r, and you have s times s to the third times s. Well, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Here, these are like terms, so you can add the exponents. 2 plus 1 is 4, so r to the fourth. And 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5, so s to the fifth. Here, there are exponents, so you have to distribute the exponent to each term. So you have 2 to the third, x squared times 3, and y to the third times 3. And then here you're distributing the 2, so it's 3 squared, x to the third times 2, and y squared. Well, 2 to the third is 8. Here you're going to multiply, so 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 squared is 9, 3 times 2 is 6, and y squared. So now that we got it where we distributed, we can now gather the like terms. So 8 times 9, then x to the sixth times x to the sixth, and y to the ninth times y squared. So 8 times 9 is 72. Here you're going to add the exponents, so 6 plus 6 is 12, and 9 plus 2 is 11. So here, since we're multiplying, we're going to add the exponent, so it's b to the 3n minus 2 plus negative 5n minus 1. 3n plus negative 5n is negative 2n. Negative 2 plus negative 1 is minus 3. All right, next page. Here we're multiplying polynomials. So we're going to multiply a binomial. Binomial means two terms by a trinomial with three terms. So here we're going to distribute each term of the binomial to each term of the trinomial. So here we go z times z squared, and we get z to the third. Z times negative 2z, so negative 2z squared. And z times 4 gives us 4z. Then we do the same thing with the 3. So 3 times z squared is positive 3z squared. And notice I line them up, the like terms, I'm lining them up. 3 times negative 2z is negative 6z. And 3 times 4 is 12. Then we're going to add down, so we get z to the third plus z squared minus 2z plus 12. And that is our final answer. Here we're multiplying two binomials, so we're going to FOIL. Remember FOIL first, inside, outside. Actually, we could reverse those. Let's do it that way. First, outer, inner, and last. So the first term's 2a times 2a, or sorry, 2a times 3a, is 6a squared. The outer, 2a times negative 5b, is negative 10ab. The inner, so 3b times 3a, is going to give us 9, and then do alphabetical order, so it's ab. And then 3b times negative 5b gives me negative 15b squared. Now I'm going to combine like terms. So I'm going to add the negative 10ab plus 9ab. So I have 6a squared minus ab, because negative 10 plus 9 is negative 1, minus 15b squared. And that's our final answer. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video and are able to complete your homework assignment, homework number 35. All right, have a good weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday.